what up, what up? I'm the math teacher Goat, and today in 6th grade math we are talking about tables of equivalent fractions. There. This is a full lesson, so this is what you can do. Go to the link that you can find in the description of this video, and those are the notes that follow along with this video. Print them out if you can, or at least have them on a tablet if you can, so you can follow along. Because I'm going to do a bunch of problems, have you pause the video, and then you do a bunch of problems on your own to make sure you understand everything. Also, like this thing, subscribe to the thing, make a comment if you think I'm amazing, which I guarantee you will, and let's just do some problems, okay? Let's warm up and kind of learn what we saw in the last lesson if you watch all of my videos, and I'm sure you do. Malia has 14 pink shirts and 22 black shirts in her closet. What is the ratio of black shirts to pink shirts? Okay. So we are going in order here. We're going to be very, very, very careful. I'm going to do pink and red, even though it's close. It's not the same, but that's fine. There's 14 pink shirts. There's 22, the Taylor Swift special, black shirts. What is the ratio of black shirts to pink shirts? We have to go in the order that it gives us. There's 3 ways to write out a ratio. I'll write out all 3 because I like having a good time. The black shirts first are going to be 22. Now, one way you could write it out is you could use this little colon thing right here, and then you could say 22 to 14. That's one way of writing it out. The other 2 ways of writing out, and I'm not going to get all colorful because it's just going to take way too long. I can write out the phrase 22 to 14, just like that, or I could write out the fraction 22 to 14. That is how you write out a ratio. And again, it's very important to have things in order. So if you watch all my videos, this was the first video, what we saw right here. This video is going to talk about tables of equivalent ratios. So equivalent ratios are ratios that represent the same relationship. Now I'm going to go back, and you might look at that fraction and say, I learned from previous years that a fraction that has an even number over an even number can be simplified. That's true. I could write that fraction out as 11 over 7 if I divide the numerator and the denominator by 2. So 22 to 14 is the same exact thing as 11 to 7. And so those are an example of equivalent ratios. They're the same exact relationship using different numbers. And in that case, what I did is I kind of took half of the numbers. Well, if I look at 2 to 3 and compare that to 4 to 6, those are also equivalent ratios because I just multiply both numbers in that one by 2 to get both numbers in that one. Now I'm going to give you a bunch of tables. I'm going to do 3 of them. And then we're going to finish these tables of equivalent ratios to make sure that all of these are the same exact ratio. What I need to do is I need to look at what I have. Okay, I have 2 to 7, bears and beets. I have 2 to 7, and I'm going to fill out this table using the same exact ratios, 2 to 7. What I do is I look at what I have and ask myself, how can I turn that 2 into 4? Well, if I multiply 2 by 2, I do get 4. So the same thing's going to happen here. If I multiply 7 by 2, I'm going to get 14. The ratio 2 to 7 is the same as the ratio 4 to 14 because it's just double. So what do I do with this next line? How can I get from 2 to 6? Well, I can multiply that by 3. So I'm going to do the same thing, multiply 7 by 3, and I get 21. So 2 to 7 is the same as 4 to 14, which is the same as 6 to 21. So you get the idea. How can I go from 2 to 8? Well, I'm going to multiply u by 4. Okay. So I'm going to multiply this 7 by 4 and get 28. Easy peasy. So we finished out the table by figuring out what we do to 2 to get to these numbers right here. That helped us fill out the rest. But it's not always going to be easy. What if I complicate things and put things out of order like I did right here with the skateboards and the bikes? Well, what do I do then? It's not that bad. I'm going to go backwards. I don't have this one, but I have 6 to 10. How can I go from 6 to 3? Well, I can divide by 2. Can I? So what I'm going to do with that 10 is divide u by 2 to get 5. So 3 to 5 is the same as 6 to 10. So it doesn't matter which ones I use. I mean, if I want to do the 3 again, or if I want to go jump from 6 to 12, it doesn't really matter. 6 to 12, what I do is I multiply 2. So I'm going to multiply 2 to 10 to get 20. And if I want to do 6 here, 6 times what is 30? How about times 5? So 10 times 5 is going to be 50. I don't know why I keep doing this with my hand. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. But that's how you do it. So 3 to 5, boom to boom, is the same as 6 to 10, is the same as 12 to 20, is the same as 30 to 50. If I were to write all of these out as fractions, they would simplify out to be the same exact fraction. All right, so I think I said we were going to do 3 before I have you try some. It was actually 2. So what I want you to do right now is, if you have the notes, if you can, pause the video and do the next 2 problems completely on your own. If you don't have the notes, or if you can't do that, then just watch what I do. But right now would be a good chance for you to practice these problems on your own. So pause the video and come back when you're ready. I'll wait. Welcome back. Now, how do we do these problems? Basically the same way we did the others. We're going to ask ourselves, what can I do to get from 2 to 4? Well, I multiplied 2 by 2 to get us 4. Do the same thing with 5. 5 times 2 is 10. Do the same thing. Okay, 2 times what's going to give me 6? 2 times 3 is going to give me 6. So 5 times 3 is going to get me 15. Last but not least, we have 2 times what is going to get me 8. 2 times 4 is going to get me 8. So 5 times 4 is going to get me 20. So 2 to 5 is the same as 4 to 10, is the same as 6 to 15, is the same as 8 to 20. Well, while recording this video, my automatic lights in the classroom turned off. And so when I went to turn them back on, I paused the video and realized I'd never unpaused it. So I finished the video, went to edit my video, and I lost the entire last part of this video. So I'm going to do it now. Little wardrobe change for you. We'll just pretend like nothing ever happened. So these are the problems that you did. And we're dealing with green hats, black hats. And what I need to do is notice, first off, that I am dealing with filling in the left side. So I have to figure out the right side and ask myself, all right, well, what do I multiply or divide to 30 to get to 15? Well, I can divide 2 from 30 to get to 15. And so I'm going to divide 2 from 10 and get 5. Now we're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to ask ourselves, what do I need to do to get from 30 to 60? Well, if we multiply 30 by 2, we get 60. So I'm going to go over here and do the same thing and multiply 10 by 2, and that'll get me 20. Last but not least, I'm going to see what I need to do to 30 to get to 50. I'm sorry, 150. And we're going to multiply 5 to 30 to get to 150. So speaking of 50, I'm going to multiply 5 to 10. It looks like I was just accidentally doing the problem in my brain. So that's that one. That's that one. Complete. Now let's do our wrap-up problem, which is always some type of weird different word problem to wrap things up. Nicholas thinks there's a mistake on this table. Is he right? If so, where is the mistake? So the table is complete for us. So all of these are supposed to be equivalent ratios, and I'm supposed to be able to do the same thing that I already did the last bunch of times, but have my answers right there in front of me. So let me see. How can I get from 4 to 8? I can multiply 2. Is 5 to 10 the same thing? Multiply 2. Yes, it is. That seems to be fine. Now I can multiply 4 by 4. That'll get me 16. So 5 times 4 is, 5 times 4 isn't 25. 5 times 4 is 20. So there's a mistake. I'm starting to think this video is cursed. But let's just finish this video out. Hopefully no more interruptions. How can I get from 4 to 24? Well, I can multiply by 6. So what's 5 times 6? It's 30. So the only mistake here was instead of 20, they had 25. So Nicholas was correct. And what did we learn? First off, make sure I have a lead box that I can record my videos in and not in my classroom. But what else did we learn? We learned what equivalent ratios are. We learned how to use ratio tables by multiplying or maybe sometimes dividing. We can fill out those tables. And we learned how to multiply and divide to create them. So I had fun. It was a little stressful, but I had fun making this video. It took a lot longer than I wanted it to. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a lot. Please like and subscribe and comment and share this video with all your friends. That would really be nice for me. But that's the end of this video. Until the next one, bye.